Alright, so today we're going to talk about the digestive system and how it works, and we're going to use some examples on how the body and the digestive system relate, and how food is digested throughout the body. We're going to use food and some pictures as an example, and we're going to teach you about what each part of the body does, or whatever each organ does to digest food. So first we're going to start with the donut that I have right here, and I'm going to use it as an example for how the digestive system coincides with the body. So this donut right here, it's got the hole in the middle, and it's a good example because the digestive system is one long hole that's inside of our body. So the food isn't digested through our body, it's digested through the digestive system. So food passes through this hole, which is our digestive system, and it's digested by all the organs on the inside, by all the organs on the inside of the body, making it absorbing nutrients and breaking food down. So this one long line of digestion takes food out, and I like to use the donut example because the food would pass through the middle of here in the outer ring of the donut. Since the digestive system is in the body, the nutrients are absorbed into the outer ring of the donut, which would be the body, and it would show that how nutrients are absorbed after we eat all our food. So it passes through the digestive system and then moves out, and it gives nutrients to all the other systems and body parts. Alright, so the first part of the digestion is going to be the mouth, and the mouth crushes food, and it also uses saliva to chemically break down food. So first we're going to show you what the mouth is going to do. So first the mouth just crushes food up into smaller pieces, and then once they're broken down into smaller pieces, not at the same time that they're being broken down, saliva is going to come in, and it's going to chemically break down all this nutrients inside of the food and make it into small digestible material and compact it for the esophagus.
Okay, so this is the digestion through the rest of the body. Alright, so this is the little piece of food, and up here is the pharynx, and that's what's blocking it off, so it's not going down through a different path. And now it goes through the esophagus, and the esophagus is basically just a long tube. It's like transition from the mouth to the stomach. Okay, and when it gets to the stomach, it's digested more, digested into smaller pieces, not pieces, but mechanically digested, and it's digested into pieces that can go through the small intestine. In the food, when it's in the stomach, all the liquids are taken out. Okay, and so the next, it goes through the stomach, and then it goes into the small intestine, which is actually pretty long. And so when it's going through that, there's little lining the walls,
Microvilli.
The microvilli. They digest it even more so that it gets into smaller pieces, and then it goes through that. And as it's going through that, it keeps getting digested. Okay, and so in the small intestine, these are the microvilli, and it's got a larger surface area, so that means it's able to be digested in a longer period of time. And it goes through, and instead of just going through a flat line, it goes through, they're like towers, and it goes through over all of them. Alright, and so then it goes from the small intestine into the large intestine, and the large intestine is digested even more into smaller pieces. And then it keeps going through all the way down and into the rectum, and the rectum, whatever's left, goes to the anal cavity, and the anal cavity expels it in a form of waste. And so not much is more. You take in more than you put out, because most of it's digested through the tract, but yeah, what you put out, metabolic waste.
Alright, so the most important parts of the digestive system, I guess, would be the chemical digestion in all the parts, in the small intestine and the stomach. The small intestine mostly is where carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids and all of that is digested and taken out. And also, when it goes through the microvilli, it'll get caught in a certain space, and the nutrients that are absorbed from the food that gets caught inside these goes directly to the bloodstream. And when it goes to the bloodstream, it's benefiting the body and giving it the nutrients that it needs. And also in the large intestine, the remaining liquids are digested and taken in. And the liver also helps to detoxify blood. So the accessory organs up here, the liver helps to detoxify blood. Gallbladder the liver produces bile that goes to the gallbladder, which stores it. And the pancreas produces a lot of digestive enzymes that are really helpful to break down food and get all the nutrients that it needs. So the bile that's in the gallbladder sends the bile liquid into the small intestine to help emulsify fats